As you can see, a very spacious 526-liter trunk, very good for family use. This is the Polestar 4, and today I'm going to share with you my review of the car. You'll have an exterior and interior tour. We'll take you through a driving experience, maybe go for a charge. The range is so good that I haven't even needed to charge this car yet. We'll come back to that later. And I'll share a final verdict on who should be getting this car. This is Polestar's latest car. You can see the Polestar logo in front, the cameras all around the cars, like every modern EV. You can see a front-facing camera over here. There are two configurations of this car. There's a single motor version that runs from 320,000 Sing dollars, inclusive of Cat B COE. And this one here is a dual motor version that goes from 380,000 Sing dollars, inclusive of Cat B COE. This car is exceedingly fast. It goes from 0 to 100 acceleration in just 3.8 seconds. Every time I accelerate, my phone and the charger flies out. So, very fun car to drive. The design is iconically Polestar. And with Polestars, you always look for their tall hammer design in the lights. That's something very iconic for them. They've got their LED lights here. As we move down the side, you'll notice that the side profile, while it rides higher than a typical sedan, it's not like an SUV look. It's more like a sports coupe look by the side. So this is very similar to a Kia EV6. Sporty car, fun to drive, good dynamics. The door handles do go back flush when the door is locked. I put a car key inside so the aircon is on. Polestars can be controlled by the Polestar app. It's a competent, very simple, clean looking design. You can turn on climate control remotely, check the state of charge, and locate your car. By the sides, you'll see those cameras out there, and also here. So this is a rear facing camera, side facing camera. Polestars have their iconic frameless side mirror design, which you can see over here on my left. And this strip here is the blind spot strip, so it turns up orange when the car's in a blind spot. On top, most Polestars have a glass roof, just like many modern EVs today. And as you come down behind, you can see that they are using Michelin tires. So these are pretty 21-inch tires, pretty big tires. And because this is the performance pack version, you can see that they do have the special gold essence in the car. Now you may see some rim rash here, so as other media reviewers use this car, anyone who's not used to driving a larger or longer car may curb the rims a little bit. So the car handles really well while driving. When you park the car, you'll notice that it fills up the entire parking lot. So that's just one thing to note of if you are new to driving larger cars. The reality is most buyers for this car are people who are driving larger cars from Porsche, BMW, and Mercedes. So they're quite used to the size of a vehicle like this. Coming to the back, you will see this car, you've heard, there is no rear glass. Instead, it uses these cameras. So later when we drive, you'll see how the cameras operate. So there's a rear wind screen that projects what these cameras here see. This car has an excellent large trunk space of 526 liters. So as you click that button, this opens up, very big. You can see down here, there's extra hidden storage below. Very nice space for hooks. So you can see the nets here. There's a power outlet here, and hooks down here as well to lock on your luggage so that they don't wiggle around too much. You can pull this screen up or down in order to reveal the back as well. And if you're ready to put it back, you can just clip it back on, or if you want to take it out, you can also just slide this clip out as well. So I put this in here. There you go. The bottoms are in, so it looks like that. This is what the rear looks like, again, because there's no rear glass. And then you push this in and cover. Now, you may be wondering, could I fit inside the trunk? Let's find out. Bye-bye. As you can see, a very spacious 526-liter trunk. Very good for family use. As we head back out. So the way to close this trunk is just by clicking this button, and that's it. Now they have a tour of the front, and it's got very nice light strip here, the brake lights. Let's check out the front trunk space. We do so by pulling this button here twice. Let me showcase with you the front. So as we lift up the front, very big cover, right? As you open the cover, you can see that the space is a little bit smaller because this is a dual motor version. On the single motor version, there's even more front space because the single motor has a rear wheel drive motor. This one has one in front, one in the back, so there's a little bit less front space. So when it's small, it's good enough to store a handbag, your small tapao food. It's got your safety triangle over here, and we close this. Here is for your wiper fluid, and when we're ready, just close it and push it down. There you go, firmly locked. In some other car reviews who had front, some of them had latches on both sides, so you really have to look at the different cars to see the different techniques to close the front. Now that it's closed, let's give you a tour of the rear first before coming back to the front. So come join me in this door. Before we go in the rear, one thing that you won't notice on the right is the charge ports are actually down here on the left. So over here, these are the charge ports. The Polestar 4 has amazing charging speeds. 22 kilowatt AC charging, which means you're going to charge really quickly even with a standard AC charger, as long as it supports up to 22 kilowatts. For context, Tesla support up to 11 kilowatts, and many BYDs support up to 7 kilowatt AC charging. So this is good future proofing for AC charging. Then you got remove the flap here to reveal the CCS2 DC fast charger, which charges up to 200 kilowatts. More than enough for road trips, because most public chargers, they tend to top up to 150 kilowatts around Singapore and Malaysia. When you're done, cover this flap, click close. As the flap comes close, let's go inside and check out the rear seats first. Come join me here. So we open the doors, we come on in. In the rear, you will see good headroom. You will see there is a rear touchscreen, a small, simple one. Climate controls, media controls, and it doesn't have any games or videos on Netflix yet. Hopefully in the future, Polestar will have a larger rear screen for entertainment for rear passengers. Below, you will see two USB-C chargers. And what makes the rear really comfortable for rear passengers is once you lift this center one, so the way to do this is you pull this towards you, it comes down, there are buttons over here. These help the seat recline. So you look at this seat here. So you can roll it up if you want a straighter seating position, and if you want a really comfortable seating position for long road trips or to nap, you press this and it goes all the way down. Same for my side, I've got one more here as well. You can see it goes up and goes down. Now there's a pad here. It is not a wireless phone charger, so as I put my phone here, it's just to store my phone. I hope in future versions will have a wireless charger for the rear phone so that I don't have to connect a cable to charge your phone. As we close this, you don't miss the rear glass because the rear passengers are enjoying this nice glass on top. It is tinted. There are lights here by the side, and you've got nice, really premium touch interior. Aircon vents down here. Nice storage, simple storage. The rear seats, small and usable side pockets, and these dual motor versions have Harman Kardon speakers. The sound quality is really good on the Polestar 4s. Now that you've seen the side, you can see all these nice premium materials. This lights up the interior ambient lights as it gets darker as we drive. And you can see the blue already bleeding out, so you can see the ambient lights coming out. Now let's head to the front and I'll give you a tour of the front, and then we'll go for a drive on this car. See you in front. Nice door closing sound. Welcome to the front of the Polestar 4. Premium looking interior. The first thing that catches our eyes are this new horizontal 15.4 inch center touchscreen. In the past, Polestars had vertical touchscreens, just like Teslas. And now a lot more of the car's controls are coming to the touchscreen. It's a lot more minimalist. Even to open the glove box, we use the touchscreen. And you can see all their buttons. There are less buttons over here. What's good is that you've got a really good driver's instrument panel. Beautiful user interface. You can see right now our state of charge is 89% and almost 500 kilometers of range. This car has a WLTP range of 620 kilometers. And the real world range in my experience the past few days driving this car, I'm confident I can get around 580 kilometers of range. This is solid. My Model 3 rear-wheel drive as I'm driving has a real-world range of about 420 kilometers. That means I can confidently drive this car to KL and beyond without charging if I did not want to. There is also a heads-up display. This car has the best heads-up display I've seen in any car I've test driven so far. It's got lane-by-lane instructions, distance, and it's got the speedometer, everything you need on a heads-up display. Here you've got the ERP 2.0 screen, and this was what we talked about earlier. Without any rear screen, we use cameras, and this is the camera view. What's unique about the camera view is when you turn on your turn signals, the camera shifts a bit. So you can see, look at this view right now. As I pull a left turn signal, it turns to left a bit. When I go back to normal and make a right turn signal, it skews to the right. Small touch and very nice. Here in the center, you've got two cup holders. You can cover it when you have no cups for clean, minimalist look. This one here is media controls, slide left and right, push to press pause. This user interface feels like Google. So my friends were saying, if a Tesla is like Apple, like iOS, a Polestar is like Google, like the Android operating system. You can see that it's got a Google Assistant here. You can see that there's a full store of apps. Many more apps are coming. Right now you see Google Maps, you see YouTube, YouTube Music, Waze, the weather app, and many more apps will come in future software updates. So this really does feel like the Google or Android of cars. Over here in the car controls, you will have many standard controls over here. So like shortcuts, example, there's a speed limit warning that always turns on by default, so I need to turn this off. So this is very important, especially when you're driving outside of Singapore, like Malaysia or Thailand. The glove box controls are here, opening to reveal a decent glove box. And you see the strips of blue ambient lights around the car. At the side there, you can see all the dots. So later, as it gets a bit darker today, throughout filming, the ambient lights will be even more obvious. You see the strips of ambient lights over here on top. So here's your hazard light button, your top light buttons, and here in the center console, you will see two USB-C chargers in here and small storage. So the storage is quite fun size on top. The good news is there is additional storage below, down here, good for handbags. And my phone can go into this one single wireless charger over here. It sits in this pocket. You can see charging your device. Operating system is very clean, so you can see the touchscreen. Very nice, clean design. It's got single pedal driving with creep off, and also one pedal drive, like a Tesla. It drives really well. Enjoy driving this car so much. You see all the assistant features, lane keep control, blind spot information. You've got your charging stats over here, all different audio dynamics, controls for your exterior, interior, settings. Love the user interface, beautiful. And when you look at the interior, even the ambience, Polestar follows the, again, it thinks like star, like a North Star. The Polestar is a North Star. So all the teams are based on planets. Right now we've got an Earth team, and I'm a big fan of humanity going to Mars one day. You can see the car there as well, the Polestar car flying in space. So you click on Mars, and now you get a red Mars team. So let's stay with red as we drive throughout the rest of this journey. And we click back home, you get back to a nice interface. Here, there are up to 6 user profiles they can store, which means your side mirror, your seat configuration. This is so important because multi-user profile means it's easier for a family to share a car. Hopefully more cars implement this. Very well done, Polestar. This is the best user interface design I've seen, especially when you compare next to a Tesla. Very few cars beat this. So this is a highlight for me driving this car. Inside here, it's got turn signals on left stalk, which you saw earlier. The gear shifts are all on the right stalk. Now, I'm going to put on my seat belt. So you can see the gold accent because these are their premium performance pack. And let's navigate to a nearby spot. So we're going to get the help of SP chargers, but let me bring you to another charger. Let's go to East Coast Park nearby, so we end in the outdoor area. So what we'll do is, the Google Assistant is good, so instead of typing down the controls, I could just say, Parkland Green.
Alright, Parkland Green.
There you go, simple. Very good user interface. Now that we're ready, let's drive and let's showcase the driving experience. Here we go, very short 8-minute drive. So foot on the brake, go to drive mode. You see the user interface comes up. My heads-up display comes up as well. And you can see pretty good tailing radius. As we make our way out. Quiet car, comfortable ride. The performance, the dual motor version comes with adaptive suspension. So it's even more comfortable than the single motor variant. And let me just pause here so that I can take the camera to showcase with you the heads-up display. As you can see over here in front of me, when we zoom in, we will see the heads-up display in front. So it shows the directions, it shows your speedo. Good and simple. The turn signals, very unique turn chime. There's a beep, 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 and it comes on the right side. So it's very subtle and nice. It's not a loud pop, click, click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. It is a larger car, so you want to be careful, especially with the curbs. And you can see it navigates the hump comfortably. Put on the turn signals. And even though it's showing this, I can see from the heads-up display where I need to turn. So the heads-up display is really useful on this car. So it's single pedal drive. When I let my foot off the accelerator, the car comes to a complete stop. In housing estates, it's narrow, so sometimes you've got to share one lane with cars coming from the other direction. So you can see some bumps in the road. It feels fine for me. Very premium feeling car. Easy to drive, fun to drive. As I'm ready to come to a stop, all I need to do is just come closer and I'll let my foot off the accelerator. And you can see that the car comes to a complete stop when I've got single pedal mode on. So let's make a left turn here. And we'd love to showcase to you a little bit of acceleration, so pay attention as we accelerate, and here we go. So this car goes from 0 to 100 in just 3.8 seconds. Extremely fast. That means when you're driving in Malaysia and Thailand, you would really enjoy this car. Coupled with a longer range, it's got longer range than my Tesla Model 3. I think this is a great road trip vehicle. So you can see with the newer Polestar, you get much more space compared to a Polestar 2. Some of my friends, they love the Polestar 2 design. They love the driving dynamics. They just wish the interior cabin was a bit wider. This is the car for them. You can see that's quite wide, fair bit more space. The foot people, I imagine, would compare this with a Kia EV6. I know many people are now test driving the new BYD Sea Lion 7. Some may compare this with the Tesla Model Y. I recommend that you test drive many of these vehicles and try for your own self. Every car has pros and cons. The good thing is there's so many good EV options right now. As we're driving ahead, you can see the rear view camera showing the cars behind us. Almost feels so high definition. And at night especially, it does have pretty good night clarity as well. In here in the interior, there is a driver's monitoring car. So if I'm yawning too much or my eyes are closing, it may prompt me sleepy, take a break. What's very unique about this car is that inside here there's a massage. There's ventilated seats, cooling as well. This massage also serves a very smart safety function. So if it detects that the driver's a bit sleepy, it will use the massage to nudge me, and after 3 times, it may go on a larger massage to try to wake the driver up. That's really smart. I haven't seen that in any other car. On top of that, this is the best car massage I've ever experienced. Full stop, so far. Let me know if you have seen any other great car massage. The massage only comes with the driver's seat for now, so the front passenger does not get to enjoy the massage yet. I'm going to make our way in. Good turn radius, good driving dynamics, great acceleration, good ride height, solid visibility. I have no complaints about this car. If you have this car, you're going to enjoy it. There are about 50 Polestar 4s on Singapore's roads today, and if you combine all Polestar models, Polestar 2, 3 and 4, there are now close to 500 Polestars in Singapore. EV adoption is rising a lot. So you'll see even here in East Coast Park, you'll see EV chargers. Like these ones here on the right. And you can see a BMW owner trying to charge his BMW. So let's go to that EV charger to wrap up this review video. And as we get in here, let's park next to this BMW iX3, which is BMW's most popular EV in Singapore. So here we go. This is a good evaluation of the 360-degree cameras. And what's interesting is that the car looks a bit transparent, so the cameras are basically doing a memory map of its surroundings. Well, there's a little bit of distortion in just how the car looks on the screen. It's nothing major and still makes it very easy for us to navigate. So as we make our way into the bay, you can see this is our charging lot. And press stop and we're ready to park. I press this button in here, P, and that's it, and we're parked. Join me outside as we charge this car and share a final verdict on who should get this Polestar 4. You may notice the Polestar puddle lights in both the front doors over here. Very nice small touch. Adds to the premium feeling of owning this car. Here, these are CDG NG AC chargers. So we're pulling them out, and these are AC 22. So a car like the Polestar 4 gets to enjoy the maximum charging speed that these AC chargers provide. So let's go charge the car. Let's open the front charging port down here. And there you go. All you need to do is just plug this in. Then I'm going to open my CDG NG charging app. And you can see the number over here. I'm looking for the charger that ends at 619. I go to the app. I'm here at East Coast Park, car park C1. 618 is being occupied by the BMW iX3 next to us. I go here. I click swipe to charge. It takes usually about 15 seconds. And after a while, charging will begin. So you can see down here, as charging begins, the light turns from white to now a blinking green light. So let's join me in front. Here on the side, you can see that this car has a very beautiful side design, very sharp looking car. People love the looks of this car. You can see right now in front, where it gets darker, the iconic Taurus hammer light. And this is a very iconic Polestar vehicle. It is a great vehicle to drive. I enjoy it so much. I wish I could drive it continuously. The challenge is, the price in Singapore means not that many people will be driving this car. The entry-level version, the single motor, is 330k, and the premium dual motor version here is 380k. The people who will be buying this car are people who are usually coming from a Porsche, a BMW, or a Mercedes, or any other European or continental brand. While it's not for everyone, what I like about this car is a huge trunk storage. It's got some front storage, beautiful minimalist interior, one of the best user interfaces I've seen in the touchscreen, one of the best driving experiences, especially single pedal driving, excellent range, real world range of at least 580 kilometers. The things that could be better in this car is definitely the price, because you're not buying this car for value in Singapore today. You're buying because this is a great statement piece and this is a great vehicle. So this is definitely not something you'll see in many HDB estates, because it's quite a big car as well. So it may not fit into tighter indoor car parks. Outdoor ones like these, they're fine. If you compare the dimensions of this Polestar 4 with this BMW iX3, you can see that this is a pretty big car. Now it's not as tall as the BMW iX3, but it definitely carries a larger footprint. Let me know what you think about the Polestar down in the comments below. In overseas markets, the price difference between a Polestar and a Tesla is smaller. And in Singapore today, there are many strong EV brands from Chinese car companies like XPeng, Zeekr, BYD, which means consumers have a lot of options. If you enjoy driving and you enjoy a premium car, please test drive the Polestar 4. You'll find a link down in the video description to sign up for a test drive. I would recommend this car for anyone who is looking for a car they enjoy. They want long range, they want something great for long road trips. If you're looking for a value car, there are other good options out there. If you found this video useful, please click the like button and hit subscribe to stay updated to more videos on EVs. We're now back at the Polestar mothership, so a bonus segment, because now it's really dark at night. You get to see the Polestar ambient light matching the Polestar logo on top, and you get to see the beautiful interior ambient lights over here. And come closer as I show you some additional features that are really useful for EV owners. In here you can see that the map automatically shows us all the nearby EV chargers. So you can see there's a charge plus here, for instance. Even helps us to navigate to nearby chargers as well. And what is very useful is when you go on long road trips, because we talk about the range. At 85% state of charge, we still have 478 km of range, which is more than enough to go to KL, which is just 350 km away. So if I go here and I type Kuala Lumpur.
Sure, Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. Let's go.
What you'll notice here is that it will also navigate me to chargers along the way to ensure that I'm able to have good state of charge before reaching my destination. So this helps a lot with road trip planning. Very similar to your experience with the Tesla. Not many EVs have this yet, so I hope more EVs take this example from Polestar and integrate this so that the EV ownership experience is even more seamless. So you can see these beautiful lights. Right now they are in Mars red. As you come back to the menu over here and I bring us to another theme, as we go to the interior, ambience, and let's pick a planet. Let's go Team Venus. So you can see all right now it looks like a lighter shade. We can even go to the sun and it turns bright yellow. We go to Neptune and you get an icy blue over here. This has been a great experience test driving the Polestar 4. And down here we can see the Polestar 2, and In the near future, I look forward to test driving the Polestar 3 and showcasing 3 reasons why you should check out this car too. Take care, and signing off from Polestar showroom here in Linky Road. Bye bye everyone.